Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to talk about Monday Night Football. We've got a really solid matchup here. You wouldn't think it at the beginning of the season, Daniel Jones versus Russell Wilson, but both of these guys have been outperforming expectation, and a lot of weeks, Daniel Jones can get you 200 yards, and Malik Neighbors can get 80 to 120 of them. These LSU receivers, man, in college and in the pros, have just been money for us. Quick recap of how Sunday and Saturday went. It was the LSU rookie, Brian Thomas Jr., coming through for us with Jameis Winston and David Njoku. Now that Winston's on the Browns, that's going to be a money duo for us. And then we had Hurts and A.J. Brown. I also had Hurts and Smith under on some slips. Obviously, they all went over together. And unfortunately, I had that trio over, but I had it paired with the wrong trio paired with it. So we ended up on the weekend profiting 10.1 units, 10 or 11.1 units, so just over 10 units through Saturday and Sunday. And we do have a lot of stuff teed up for Monday, mainly stuff where we have one loss on a six-man, so if those win, we'll get another 1.5 units back. And then we have one six-man that is 2 out of 6 green. Would have had a lot more if Dak Prescott got one more yard last night, but he didn't. So we just have to deal with that. So the way that all this stuff works, guys, is you're playing all these plays. It's high volume. It's like some days we have 40 plays. And you're just grinding out a small profit. You're building it slow and steady. And you're going to have days where you net 100, 200 units of profit. You're going to have days where you lose 40 units of profit. And mentally, you have to know, hey, there's going to be a couple days this month where it doesn't feel very good and I lose a lot of money. And then there's going to be a couple days where it feels really good and I make a lot. And you want to enjoy the highs and you want to enjoy the rush because that's part of this. But you also don't want to let yourself get carried away in the hype of a 100-unit day. And you don't want to let yourself crash and burn in the rock bottom when you hit rock bottom on those really shitty days. One thing I want to tell you guys is if your emotions are taking over too much, lower the amount you put on each play. So instead of $20, maybe do 5. Instead of 5, do $1. And then once you get comfortable and you get familiar with what your risk tolerance is, then you can go and up the dollar amount that you're putting down. But understand, on this channel, we're using math, we're using strategy, and sometimes in the comments, well, a lot of times in the comments, I get really ignorant comments, and I want to read them, understand where people are coming from, and then educate. And one comment that I got yesterday or the day before, it was really frustrating, and it even got 19 likes. That's crazy. It said, "You're going to have to switch it up, bro. This receiver QB pairings don't work, my guy." First off, you can tell by the grammar what type of guy this is. Usually if somebody's bad at typing with proper grammar, they're not very good at math either. So you have to understand, okay, this guy probably doesn't understand the math. Look, these plays that we're putting down, it's risk 1 unit to win 25. So if you go 0-20, you shouldn't panic. Obviously it sucks. But if you hit that 21st one, now you just profited 4 units. So look, I probably put down 60 bets this weekend. So I put 60 units out. I made 11 units of profit. So that would mean if I put 60 units out, I brought back 71. Did it feel great? Not really, honestly. There were certain times where we hit a 6-man and we're like, oh yes, we're teed up for tonight. And then it just didn't come through. Sunday Night Football with the Cowboys, Dak Prescott missed by 1 yard. He went 0 for 4 on the final drive of the game. Couldn't even get one completion. It's super rare that quarterbacks can't get 1 yard when they have 4 shots. Saturday night, forget what happened, honestly, specifically what player, but we had a lot of momentum going into the night because we hit a 6-man early on Saturday and early on Sunday, but we just couldn't close it out. A lot of guys were injured and didn't play, and that hurt us because we had plays that went 4 for 4, and we only got 5 units because it's a 6-unit flex play. And then we had plays that went 5 for 5, and we only got 10 units. So that definitely hurt us, like Trey Harris not playing, I know that. So with that comment, I mean, it's crazy because I just made so much money on Better using quarterbacks and receivers that they took away our ability to even do that. Now on Better, if you try to pair a quarterback with the receiver, you get an error message. And I also literally made $26,000 in 1 month. And the first 13 days of the month, I didn't have one winning day. So I profited all that money the second half over a 2-week span, 21 grand in 1 day. So for that to happen just a couple weeks ago, and then for us to have a couple shitty weeks and you say, oh, this doesn't work anymore. You just have to understand you can't rule something out. You can't say, oh, this works because I've profited the last week. Or, oh, this doesn't work because I've lost the last week. You really need months of data. And I have 3 years of data. The game of football has not changed that much over the last 3 years. It really, I would argue, it really hasn't changed at all. I don't think there's anything new that teams are doing now that they weren't doing in 2023 or 2022. Now, it might feel like, oh my God, this isn't working when you go on a cold streak. But look over the last 3 years, pairing quarterbacks and receivers definitely works. That's why some apps don't even allow you to do it. And then the apps that do allow you to do it lower the payout, right? So, look, 19 people like that. It's tough for me to read that and see that because I know that a lot of y'all are struggling, and it's because really just some people just aren't good at math. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. There's a lot of stuff I'm not good at, okay? The only reason I'm really good at math is because my genetics. Just as a young boy, I was just really good at math and I loved doing it, so I got better and better at it. A lot of this stuff's genetic. Like if you can bench press 300 pounds, yeah, you might work at it to get to where you can bench 350, but there's a lot of people out there like myself. I could dedicate my life to bench pressing and I would never get to 300 pounds, okay? So when I say I'm really good at math, that's a strength. I also have weaknesses. You might be able to bench press, 400 pounds, but you suck at math. We all have strengths and weaknesses, so I'm not saying this to shit on anybody. I'm just trying to get where people are coming from. The quarterback receiver shit 100% works well. And if you can get 8.5x on a DFS app and that same play pays 6x on the sports book, you got a good play on your hands. All right, one more comment before we get into the plays. Dion Hicks says, you're freaking killing it, brother. And I have several NFL plays looking good too. He's right. We got stuff teed up. If you're reading this and not on VIP, I'm telling you it's worth it. I promise that's not a burner account. I know it looks like a burner account, but solid comment. Dion Hicks, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the support. I got a lot of positive comments this weekend, so I appreciate you guys doing that. So we hit 2 6-mans, 25 units each. In today's video, well, my first pick actually is I'm gonna stay on Dabble. You can do this on PrizePicks or Dabble, but I have a play that's teed up, and it started with Brock Purdy and Kittle. They both hit for us last night. And the 4-man that I love today, you can do this on Dabble, PrizePicks, any app that lets you do 4 players. I'd make sure that you get at least 8.5x because that's what PrizePicks pays. It's going to be both quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, with Pickens and Neighbors. Passing yards and receiving yards. The classic 4-man. I love that play. Now, what I'm going to tell you guys is it's one of the last days of the month. It's the last week of the month, okay? Rent's due, and it's the end of my pay period with Better. Better pays me when you guys use promo code Lambo and sign up. You also get a $200 welcome bonus. So you can get a $200 welcome bonus. I can get paid. What I'm going to do for you guys this week is if you use promo code Lambo on Better and put money in and text me proof, I'm going to hook you up with a week pass of VIP. So you're going to get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and maybe even Sunday. But I'll guarantee you get to Saturday. So if you use my promo code, you're going to get a $200 welcome bonus, and you get free VIP this week. Going to be fucking insane. That's a huge offer. Normally it's $200. So first play we're going with is I'm going to double rocket boost both quarterbacks, Daniel Jones and Russell Wilson. The reason I'm doing this is because if either of the quarterbacks land a long pass to their top receiver, it's going to pick up the pace of the game, pick up the speed of the game. The game, usually in prime time with two evenly matched teams like this, it's either going to be slow-paced or fast-paced. So I expect both quarterbacks to go under 200 yards or over 250. If it's slow-paced, we're screwed. If it's fast-paced, we're in business. Now keep in mind, this is a 20x play. It's $25 to win 500. So if we lose, are we going to panic? No, we're not, okay? We only need to hit one of 20 of these to break even, okay? So it's not a huge deal if it doesn't hit. Just a nice little long shot. And if we do this one time every day for the whole month, all we need is 2 of them to hit and we win. So when you're watching my YouTube channel, it's not like when you give picks against the spread where you need to win 54% of the time to break even. I need to win 5% of the time to break even. So if I were to go 2 months and hit 3 plays, I would break even. So mentally, you have to adjust your expectations. If we hit 4 plays in a month, we are printing money. And that's weird to say. Most sports bettors don't teach this stuff because you can't. It's hard to sell picks when you're winning 4 out of 30 days. But if I win 4 out of 30 days, I'm crushing it with 20x plays. The next play is going to be a little bit more safe. If you have a smaller bankroll, you need a win, you can't afford to take a long shot because you're like, dude, I only got 20 bucks in my account. This is the play for you, okay? If you got a good bankroll, that first play is for you. The second play, I love. It's Hart on the New York Knicks. We're going with Hart more than 12.5 assists plus rebounds. Big reason why here is because every sportsbook out there has this at 13.5, okay? We're getting it at 12.5. In addition to that, we're getting Russell Wilson to complete 1 pass for 1 yard or more. It's a free square. Better allows you to do $25 on this play, so I'm going to do 25 to win 75. Here's the beautiful thing. If this play hits, it doesn't really matter if our other play loses, we're going to profit. So it's a very solid opportunity here. Not only can you get a $200 welcome bonus, but you have pretty much a freebie right here, 25 bucks to win 75. So use promo code Lambo, shoot me a text. I'll hook you up with a week of free VIP. This offer will be good until Halloween, really. I'm trying to make a push, okay? So I'll run it till Thursday, which is Halloween. Thursday night football. We get to see Aaron Rodgers. Aren't you guys excited? Just kidding. Fuck the Jets, man. They killed me. The Jets took a lot of money from me this year, unfortunately. But that's all I've got for you. Those 3 plays. Remember the 4-man, and then we have a 3-man for 20x on better, and then a 2-man for 3x on better. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'm going to go work out now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day, everybody, and good luck with all of your bets.